Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today we are discussing a blockbuster of the 90s from 1996, starring Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, name but two. And because of this weekend we're recording this, it's a bit apt, we're reviewing Independence Day. Not really anything to do with the Independence Day from the historical point of view, but alien invasion. So, without further ado, we'll go around these three people here and go with their opening thoughts. So, who shall we go with first? Who's going to be the unlucky one? Ethan's going down there. He's got his. Craig, over to you.
My opening thoughts of Independence Day. I think this film it's got the magic recipe, hasn't it, for being a big summer blockbuster. Mm-hmm. Can't remember who directed it. Will Smith's in it. He's good. So it's an alien invasion story, and it starts off where they come towards the moon and they crash into the satellites. You've got Jeff Goldblum in it. He's awesome. I love the relationship between him and his father in this as well. It's quite cute, very funny. The special effects were unseen before. I remember I saw this in the cinema, and it just blew me away. And I love even the build up towards the invasion was good, but then you've got like the actual aliens aspects in the Nevada, in the Area 51 place, and then it takes on a whole life of its own. But yeah, it was brilliant, and it's a really good movie. I enjoyed this one a lot. I watched it again and again, and it never gets old with me for this movie. The sequel wasn't too keen on, but it was it could have been a disaster movie, but it's just got magic elements in it that certain movies have, where it's just very good. Over to you, Lee.
Thank you, Craig. Go on then, Susan. We'll leave Ethan till last because he deserves it.
Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich. Again, Stargate. These guys are just amazing. The librarians. These two filmmakers are something truly special. And Independence Day was executive produced by them. It was written by them, and Roland Emmerich directed it. And I really love it. I think it's a great movie. I think that the destruction of the cities of the world looked really amazing and cataclysmic. And there was the Randy Quaid character who was, who had seen him before, who had actually been there before, and
being probed.
And these the president didn't know it, like what's going on in the U.S. right now. The president didn't know it, but suddenly he does know it, and suddenly there's a lot of footage of UFOs being released. A lot of shot by Navy pilots, a lot shot by. So, we have a UFO problem in this world, and some of them may be not so friendly. These ones definitely weren't. I'll tell you my favorite moments as soon as that bit comes around. But I really love this, and I think that the cast was great. The cast was amazing, and and the story was really fun. And let's see, I love the spaceships. The spaceships were absolutely gorgeous. They look like uh, the Dalek Empire's spaceship. So I liked it a lot, and I think that that you know the Rogue One was used some of this sort of energy from this film to capture what the Death Star could do in its trial phase. And so, I mean, like a lot of people have like borrowed the imagery and borrowed the kind of uh, creative aspect of this anyway. And yeah, I could blame this for the no more Stargate, but I'm not entirely sure that I'm in the right blaming this for no more Stargate. But it's just it's a place to start anyway. Yeah. So back over to you, Lee.
Thank you, Susan. And finally, we'll let him talk. All right then, Ethan, if you must.
Oh, thanks. I will. I like Craig. I remember seeing this at the cinema when it came out. My dad took me to see it, and I still remember the posters and all that back then. And the effects still pretty hold up well, don't they? You know, it's just it is basically an alien invasion movie, and it has some B-movie type elements to it as well. And you've got a load of great actors in this, you know, Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, who are they're the two number one actors in this for me. They're brilliant. I love Jeff Goldblum. I love Will Smith. And you've got Bill Pullman, who I also like. You've got Randy Quaid. You've just got loads of different actors as well, and even character actors as well, like I don't know what his name is, the guy from Mrs. Doubtfire, you know, the one who's like, oh my god, we gotta do this. I've forgotten his name, but he's always quite funny.
Harvey Firestein.
Yep, there we go, that's him. But he's like, oh my god, I gotta call my lawyer. Forget my lawyer. Bloody hell, that damaged my throat. but yeah, you've got loads of
real voice.
I know. But yeah, it still stands up. It's just you don't need a high IQ to watch it. It's just a sort of sci-fi invasion adventure movie and stuff. And you've got some typical 90s dialogue in it and stuff, which still makes me laugh, especially with Will Smith when he beats that spaceship, crashes after he puts the parachute over it. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get off me. He just opens the spaceship up. These powerful, tough aliens going, and he just goes, welcome to Earth. Now that's what I call a close encounter. Which is great. You just, some moments are great. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's something I think, again, takes me back to the 90s and stuff, which was around about the time where, you know, with Will Smith, you'd watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or The Great Men in Black, which came out not long after this. You know, so it takes me back to that time when you had a lot of alien stuff coming out back in the 90s. So yeah, I had a good time watching this again. You know, the effects still hold up. You know, like we said, like Susan said, the spaceships are great. They're basically the classic flying saucers, aren't they? But done in a more scary, detailed way. The alien designs. Oh, that's another actor. I forgot to mention Brett Spiner, who I love. I think he's brilliant. Who played the scientist in Area 51. And if you're a Star Trek fan, you know him as Data from, well, Star Trek: The Next Generation and Star Trek Picard. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Some good effects. Just an adventure, sci-fi, save the world from an invasion story. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Another good one on the list.
Cool. All right. I don't like Will Smith. He's not one of my favorite actors. I'm sorry.
I think I remember you saying something about this.
Telling me, Lee, you don't have the Millennium album?
I don't.
Come on. It was the best thing since Independence Day that came out of it.
I know. I mean, he's mostly a nice guy, and that. But for me, Jeff Goldblum makes this movie for me because Jeff Goldblum is playing Jeff Goldblum. He's not acting. He's just being him. That's how you see him in Jurassic Park. He's playing Jeff Goldblum. You see him in this. He's playing Jeff Goldblum. But he makes it seems so effortless the way he does things.
Maybe they're growing dinosaurs in Area 51 and not aliens.
Yeah, never know. But Bill Pullman, brilliant actor. I didn't really, I couldn't see him as a president, but hey, it's a science fiction movie, isn't it? He didn't come across to me as a sort of a presidential person, but there again, in real life,
we've had people who've been president who aren't fucking presidential.
Well, I was just going down that road then.
To be honest, Bill.
Let me go there. Let me go all the way there. Yeah, fuck
Bill Pullman. To be honest, at the end, when Bill Pullman's in the ship, and in the plane, he reminded me of Lone Star. So, from Spaceballs.
Oh yeah.
So
he would do.
Yeah. Well, of course, because he played the part.
But as it's been
more like Brave, more like Lone Star going off again. I took down the Spaceballs, now I can take down these guys.
As it's been said, the special effects still stand up today. I would say I sat watching it this week, and it just blows you away with the destruction of the cities, the destruction of the White House, and it's just amazingly created and shot. And the UFOs, as you say, it's typical saucer type, but with more intricate designs on them, which is brilliantly done. As it's, I think, was it who said it? I think it was Craig who said he liked the relationship between the father and son, Jeff Goldblum and his father. That is good. Bit of comedic in this Holocaustal sort of movie. You've got an old Jewish guy being the one who was bringing the humour to the White House and on Air Force One, which was just so makes me smile. As you said, and Brent Spiner's in this as well, which we won't mention the sequel. Well, Craig's already mentioned the sequel. I just don't understand the sequel. If anybody's seen it, how did he survive?
I haven't seen it, so
yeah. So we'll go around or open floor. Over to you. What did you like? What you loved?
Okay. I got some scenes. I got some scenes that I really love. I got some stuff that I really, really love. First of all, I love the Harvey Fierstein was like, he's like the Fran Drescher of an earlier time. He was always sort of like that quintessential New York voice, but his gravel in it is amazing, and he he was in.
Also, you want check out his movie Torch Song
Trilogy. Yeah.
Check that movie out.
I really like that one too.
It's a very good movie.
Yep. Sad, but very good. And Jeff Goldblum was Jeff Goldblum, of course. He was in Earth Girls Are Easy. He played the same character basically, even though he was an alien in that one. And he was the same character, and he plays this guy who sells apartments. So like, as Alex and I were watching this, we were like laughing because it was like, yeah, we'll sell you an apartment in this spaceship.
Maybe
Anyway.
he's a shapeshifter from.
Yeah. So he's yeah, Jeff Goldblum is great, and my favorite scene, I guess, is the bit where Brent Spiner's being used as a talking vessel for the alien that Will hit, and that they have brought into Area 51, and they ask, can we negotiate for peace? And you hear no peace, and then, well, what do you want from us? Die. That was just so cool. I was like, yeah, that's a proper badass alien. And it kind of reminded me of the 453 in Torchwood. There's a lot of Torchwood feel to this. It's got that Torchwood sensibilities. And the Bill Pullman thing makes it, a definite harken back to a certain Torchwood season anyway. So, yeah. And yeah, so those two scenes are amazing, and yeah. So, anybody else like the scene where Brent Spiner's being used as a talking box?
Yeah,
It's an open
yeah, I
floor.
like that bit. Oh, it's an open floor. I did, well, speaking of Brett Spiner, I did love the entire Area 51 thing. I'm surprised they took the daughter in, didn't the president's daughter was allowed to come in as well. But I love Brett Spiner as the scientist. He's always good at playing sort of characters like that, and like this, the whole bit with the alien coming back to life and stuff like that. I already said about Will Smith, that scene punching this high-tech alien, with this big ship, these destructive aliens destroy entire cities, yet they get beaten by a punch from Will Smith. That's what I call a close account. But I mean, we've said like the destruction of the cities and stuff like that is just brilliant. And I've got to point out one character who got the most epic slow motion scene during that explosion was Boomer the dog. Boomer the dog, when the Will Smith's fiance, the stripper, she's going, Boomer, Boomer! And I was like, first time I saw this, I was like, you got the fucking kid, I don't know if the dog's gonna make it. But the dog, cool as anything, I don't know how he does it. It's just like Hollywood dog. And this big explosion going by, gets through. And luckily the explosion's polite enough to just bugger off the other way and not go and blow them up.
That was a really nice, kind explosion.
It just gets it. They get into this bit, and you're gonna admit it, they get into that bit. You're thinking, are they gonna survive from that bit? And that door, close it. Boomer gets in, and somehow the explosion just goes by and just thinks, no, fuck this, I'm not going to blow them up. You stay in there. Well done, Boomer. I'll just kill everybody else. So well done to Boomer for getting an epic slow-mo. And one bit, but this was typical me. And my brother was watching this with me. So I love the bit where Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith are in the old spaceship that was from the 1950s, and they go into the big mothership, and you've got all the aliens looking at them and stuff like that. It's such a great shot and stuff like that. But I couldn't help but think, and I turned to my brother at this point, and I said to him, this is raising some questions. Do you not think a spaceship from the 50s is going to raise some questions with these aliens? 40 years at this point, 40 years have passed. They must have made technological advancements and stuff. Do they not look at it and think, hold on, is that not one of our ships? We lost that years ago.
Well, it depends. It mostly depends how time moves for those aliens.
I suppose. So I kept
Yeah.
saying, do you think that that controller, that alien controller, do you think he's sitting there and just thinks, I'll just let that in. I recognize who's in there. Steve, oh, I lost you. You've gone in the 1950s. Steve, I haven't seen your ship for years. Steve. Ship opens up and it shows Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum. Fucking hell, Steve, you've come two-headed. This alien sitting there. Look, Steve, I'm sorry I hit on your sister. I'm sorry I hit on your 800 sisters, Steve. They all hit on me. Doors open up. I don't remember Steve being invisible. Because, of course, they're hiding, aren't they? They're like, don't let them see, don't let them see.
We'll just leave him to go.
The alien's name is Steve. The one of the aliens in those tubes at Area 51, his name is Steve.
Well, he could be. You never know.
Ethan's head.
It could be Steve, but for all we know, their real name could be.
Well spoken.
Just swipe the screen there. It's just little on the screen there.
So you can't go without mentioning Robert Loggia. Robert Loggia. He's in it. He's a general.
Oh yeah, the general. Yeah. Good old
Robert Loggia. He got his own thing.
So many movies.
70s. Yeah, 60s, 70s. He's like the guy.
Yeah, he was the cat.
But I think those are my favorite moments. Just those moments. I'll let you guys go and do yours and stuff.
So now we've got the alien named Steve. We'll move over to Craig then.
I like the bit where Will Smith is doing a wee at the beginning, and then his son's coming in saying, Dad, come and see what's outside, and he's just not taking any notice of him until I think he goes outside to do the trash or to pack a car or something, and then they both see what's going on, and then it's like, it was really cool. It was like a good little. There was a lot of little good touches in this movie, and I like the tunnel scene with the dog, and I love the whole Area 51 where they're all in the trailers, and then the spaceships are coming through the clouds, and there's all like the fireballs coming, and then there's like the kids are in the trailer, and they say, I think he says something like, "Do you want to die a virgin?" And then the big brother overhears them and breaks them up and says, "No, I can't." There's like little things like that. I just love it, and even I like everything about this film. Even when there's a girl and she's saying, "Oh, I hope they bring back Elvis," and then you see, and I felt sorry for her, but that's when the laser comes down and obliterates the whole building, and you just feel for her, and you think, "Oh my God." And then when the Air Force One helicopters come and driving, it just misses the big explosion. Things like that, I really like that. And then even when the president's wife was injured in the crash, and then she meets Will Smith's wife and the dog, and I said at this point, God, even the dog has actually survived the whole of this movie somehow. And then the alien stuff with the tentacles when it strangled the scientist, that was quite scary. It was quite chilling, and just really cool. I love so many things in this film that I'm just trying to remember. But you guys are reminding me.
This is the first of two movies that we're reviewing this week that have Adam Baldwin in it too. As sort of superfluous side characters, but two Adam Baldwins.
They always do good movies. And the president, I kept thinking that the president in this was actually the guy from the film we reviewed last, whenever it was, it The Breakfast Club? Or was it Brewster's? No, yeah, it was The Breakfast Club, wasn't it? But they just look alike, it's not him.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you what does stand out for me is the saucer ships as they're entering the atmosphere and going over the city. It's just clouds and smoke, and then it's just clears, and you see the dish just gliding across the sky. That is such a brilliant shot.
They're like coins, like little coins.
Yeah, and also when they're on the attack, where they go to attack the ships in the sky, and then it turns out they've got their own ships come flying out of the other ships. For them scenes just remind me of Battlestar Galactica with the Cylon ships.
Yeah.
It was so similar, and I thought the noises of the lasers. I thought, are they using the same sound effects?
Because we had a Oumuamua that visited us, didn't it, from an intergalactic?
It was. You said the way they're just coming out of the ship. I thought, wow, that's so Battlestar. But yeah, everybody said most of the other stuff what I was going to say, but so I won't repeat myself. Anything else? What anybody like to say?
Well, I had this sense of like urgency, like, because if it did happen, like, where would you go? Like, would I be like the little guy where he says he's going to pack his bag and try and drive, and he's trying to tell his aunt to like move into the hills or wherever he was saying, like, get out. Like, I was thinking, where would I go? Scotland? Like, I can't go any more north, you know. If there was an alien invasion.
I mean, that to go to head to the hills and the countryside is a good idea because they were attacking the cities, wasn't they?
Yeah. Like
just get as far away from the city as you can, and hide in the fields, in the field.
Barn in Cornwall.
Yeah.
Which I did this whole week. I can really...
Harry Connick Jr. was also in it. He's a good singer.
Yeah, he copped it, didn't he? Saving Will.
And another scene that nobody's mentioned is Daddy's home.
Oh yeah, and he goes up and destroys the ship.
Yeah.
I like the bromance between Will Smith and his fighter pilot friend.
Yeah, Harry Connick. Yeah.
Yeah. And another scene that's really good is when the president fires his Secretary of Defense.
The coward. Yeah.
He's an arsehole, isn't there?
Every movie has someone like that.
Yeah. From Ghostbusters 2, but he was retired now.
Yeah. So, shall we go to final scene score then?
What about
Oh, go on.
Alex? No.
We'll go to final scene score then. Ethan.
Right. I'm going to give this, because we always pick items or certain things. So now I'm thinking, what do I say?
We always think that. What's he saying? We think.
Shut up. I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying there.
We just don't know what he's going to say and which tangent he's going to go off on. He's like a coiled spring.
I'm like, what?
Like a coiled spring.
He is a bit mad.
Boing, boing, said Zebedee.
Always liked Zebedee, actually. Right. I'll give it. Okay, now, right. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 punches of Will Smith punching the alien.
That's not bad score. So that's 8 from Ethan. Craig.
think the message of this film is that if we get invaded, then we're completely fucked. Either way. And no two sets of vaccinations are going to help you. And they will reclaim the pyramids as landing pads. I'm going to give this film 10 Will Smiths out of 10. And he is cool. He's excellent in this movie. This film would not be the same film without Will Smith.
Oh, it would do.
I think Jeff Goldblum is cool as well, but it's just a really good combination. Really good cast.
Mhm.
Right. Thank you, Craig. Big in Will Smith there. Don't know why. Susan.
Well, I will give this 9 motherships out of 10, and just remind you all that Parliament and George Clinton did a really great song called The Mothership Connection. Oh. And if you want your P-Funk funked, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This Mothership Connection.
And Susan's gone off on a tangent.
Amen.
As well. For me, as I said, I'm just not a big Will Smith fan, and I don't agree with what Craig said about this movie. He made the movie and stuff like that. I think any other good actor could have played that part personally. So for that reason, I'm giving it 9 alien anal probes out of 10.
Of course you would pick the anal.
That still has score, 8, 9, 9, and 10. So we like the movie. It's a fun action-packed movie. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You don't need a high IQ to watch this. You don't need a high IQ to watch our cast either.
You don't?
No, because the members don't have them. So
that I'll disagree with. Hey.
Why I order. So I'd like to thank Craig, Susan, and Ethan for discussing the 1996 movie Independence Day with me. You guys out there, please leave a comment. Let us know what you thought of the movie. Or put a suggestion of what we could review in future. And if you want to be notified every time we put a new video up, press the bell button on YouTube, and you get a little dinger. Yeah, Ethan's got his little dinger out again. He'll get arrested someday. There's Susan as well. And you get notified every time we put a video up. So we're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, we're all over the place. And if you want to be on these casts or want to be in our group, get in touch.
Oh, wait, there was one scene nobody mentioned.
Well, go on.
Was the president's speech.
Braveheart.
Oh, yeah.
That was so awesome. Anyway, go on. Finish up.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
Ethan, do a Braveheart version of Independence Day for us.
Braveheart. Can't remember. Trying to remember the exact words he said. Did we take our lives? Did we take our freedom? That's it. Thank God. You know what? Thank God he didn't do that on any lesser holiday. Can you imagine him doing that? Be a pirate holiday?
Yeah.
We shall not let them take us. We shall not let them destroy us. Hey, put some more fantasy into it. Oh, it's Pirate Day. Oh, yeah. We shall take this planet back. We shall do this. That would have ruined the movie completely. You'd be like, what the fuck's going on here? Even the aliens will be like, yeah, there's a reason why we invaded this planet.
What would that reason be?
Tom Cruise, War of the Worlds.
Oh yeah, Tom Cruise, War of the Worlds. Come on.
So, anyways, now I'm trying to reel it back in from the land of Braveheart. I don't,
Good luck.
so yeah, if you want to be on our group on our casts, just leave a message and we'll try and get you on. All we ask you is you're 18, you've got a Zoom app with a camera and a microphone, and you can be on. We discuss movies, TV, audio drama. So we do like our audio. So let us know. We'll get you on as soon as possible. So until next time, I think just be safe out there, because you never know. I think we're being watched. Well, not literally our casts, because nobody watches our casts. But we are being watched from outer space, and there is life on other planets. Because if you look at Ethan and at Craig, say no more.
Hold on, just rewind that bit. Are you saying we're being watched? So all the times I've made love to all those women, I'm being watched pervertedly by all those aliens.
Yes, that one time, yes.
I've been their porn video. Oh, look at this guy! Oh, look at this human!
Yeah. We'll come off air and we'll give Ethan his sedative. So until next time, bye for now.